Hello, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to this reading and philosophizing. Never Chase Men Again, Bruce Bryant's. We are reading the advices of this gentleman and thinking what we agree, disagree. I love to read your comments below. Chapter 4, Smart Dating Rules for Avoiding Dead-End Relationship. Advice 32. Do not move in with a man. Like with most of the guidelines in this book, your mileage with this one may vary depending on your personal lifestyle choices. Again, I am not there to tell you how to live your life, but I will provide you with the sometimes harsh truths of how men think and behave. And there is one of them. If you are interested in getting married while you still have your teeth, moving in with a man is a terrible idea. When it comes to relationship, men require we must make this work mindset. Did you get that? Men require we must make this work mindset in order to make the self-sacrificing is necessary to ensure that a relationship thrives. If there is no significant cost to being with a woman, whatever financial, social, emotional, a man can bail as soon as the relationship issues grow beyond his capacity to bear. A married man has much more motivation to work things out with his beloved because of his public commitment and the socio-economical ramifications that follow failure, but there wouldn't be enough external pressure present to keep him motivated to work things out if you're merely cohabiting. You should also consider the major differences in men and a woman paradigms when it comes to moving in together. Men usually see moving in with a woman as a way to test drive marriage or postpone it while reaping all the juicy benefits. Don't believe me? Ask your radical, honest guy friendly and they will affirm this. Woman on the other hand, see moving in with a guy as a step closer to marriage. Those are two major differences in viewpoint that makes a problematic foundation of many dysfunctional couples that have decided to move in together. While you may be all in and think that moving in with your boyfriend is a great way to transition into marriage, doing so will only create more conflicts than it solves. And unlike marriage, living together will accelerate your relationship issues but make it ridiculously easy for the guy to call it quits if he becomes bored, romantically disinterested, or simply fed up with trying to work things out with you. Yeah, I think this somehow true because living with someone is challenging. No matter what people will tell you, living with a person is very difficult. So usually when couples live together, there is a very challenging, especially in the beginning, because you have to learn to respect each other's boundaries, each other's habits, toilet, shower, teeth, how much space you give to your partner or how much your partner want to be involved. So I had fiance for 2 years. He wanted to shower with me every day and I didn't like that. He would break in the shower while I was showering and trying to reinforce that as due. So I think moving in with a man could be very stressful for both men and women. It's true. But also I will tell you, after living with 10 years with my ex, he proposed after 10 years. So it doesn't matter. Of course, at this point, I was done with him because I knew it was not for me. But maybe I think this is a wise advice. I personally think living with someone is challenging. I think people should get married, talk about all the details when moving, know each other very well, and then that's it. 33, forgive me. Advice 33. Do not date married men. I don't think this should be advice. I think this is a rule. Repeat after me. No matter the circumstances, situation, or how desirable he may be, I will not date a married man. I remember somebody married was trying to hit on me, and I said, "You're gorgeous, thank you so much. Just text me after you divorce. Until then, don't bother me." I am pretty sure I don't have to go out too much in detail why dating a married man is a train wreck just waiting to happen. And even if we don't consider the blatant moral issues that stem from this sort of life decision, there is also a plethora of other reasons. Plethora means tons. It comes from Greek word. Plethora is abundance. Dating a married man is a recipe for a disaster. Perhaps all too common issue faced by a woman who find themselves dating a married man is that the man in question is always resistant to the idea of actually leaving his wife to be with his side piece. It doesn't matter if he loves you more than he loves his wife. The legal issues in living, logistics, house, children, surrounding his shared life with another woman gives him a bulletproof excuse to keep you on the side, have sex with you indefinitely or until you finally realize that you are being taken for a ride. Many women who have fallen into this trap find themselves in the dead end relationship imaginable, being in love with a man who has already built a life with another woman. Let's say it out loud one more time, shall we? No matter circumstances, situation, desirable he may be, I will not date a married man. I think also dating a married man, it's at some point come to self-respect. I think young girls, when you are younger, I think most of the females have been at least once in their life dating somebody who at certain point they discover that he's married. One time I dated a person who was married, but he lived with me, believe it or not. He was living with me. And one day while I was cleaning, I find a document. He was in a fictitious marriage for a green card, believe it or not. He was a discovery. I never mentioned this. Then eventually it came out, and he said it was fictitious marriage, and he said how much money he paid this woman to marry him for a green card. So he married her to avoid jail. I think he killed somebody in his home country, and his parents was rich, so they make him marry this woman to avoid jail, and he come here in America. So I agree with this advice 100%. The moment that I find out, of course, I was out the door. There was nothing to discuss anymore. But even if it's fictitious marriage, it's a marriage. It's a marriage, you know. Be a man's mountain, not a stepping stone. Advice 34. If you have been dating a man and supporting him for some time now, as good girlfriend should, and he hasn't done anything to show you that you are an essential part of his future, you may just be his stepping stone woman. If you have been by his side through thick and thin for months or worse years, and the relationship appears to have zero sense of progression, even slow progression, again, you may just be his stepping stone woman. A stepping stone woman is a woman many guys use as a means to an end, and in most cases, she is the woman that helps a man reach the top of his game, so to speak. She is the kind of woman who blindly sticks by and supports her man to her better end being where the guy is question eventually leaves her for a mountain woman. The mountain woman is the woman that represents what a man feels like he deserves in life when he arrives to the top of his game. She represents the pinnacle of what his ideal woman is. He is more than willing to tackle the challenges that come with trying to attract and marry her. Once he finds himself or achieved noticeable amount of success or status in life, man who wants to someday get married is going to want to end up with a mountain woman. Some women have the unfortunate habit of getting into relationship with men who require a good woman touch. Do not get into relationship with men you believe require a good woman touch, because there is no way you can avoid becoming the stepping stone to help him reach his potential, and chances are that once Mr. Fixer Upper is finally fixed, he will leave you for his mountain woman. If you're single and looking, the best way to avoid being a man's stepping stone is simply avoid getting into relationship with fixer upper or sophisticated deadbeats. You know, the ones, men without jobs, guys with horrible grooming habits, men with addictions, mama boys, lazy slobs. Wow. You don't want to end up with one of those women who remain by the boyfriend's side through thick and thin, only to realize much, much later that their guy actually had no intention of marrying them. It's nothing sort of a gamble if you decide to give a man the best years of your life with the hope that he will someday marry you. Now, please consider this particular dating guideline as all out of context. In its nature of your dating situation, that will tell you if a man is just using you or if he sees a future with you. For example, if you are in your early 20s and you have been dating your college boyfriends for little over a year, it's kind of unreasonable if you expect him to marry you before or even immediately after you graduate. On the other hand, if you are in your late 20s and your long-term boyfriend has long-term life plans doesn't seem to include you, don't wait to experience the better end. Dump him before he dumps you. The same things applies if you are in your 30s and your boyfriend of 2 years or more has been giving you run around if you are, or if you're in 40s and you realize that Prince Charming has been living with and leeching off you for months. In such cases, I suggest breaking up with him under the assumption that your guy is aware of your desire for relationship progression marriage. In some cases, if you do dump him and he realizes the error in his ways and wants another try, you should only consider accepting him back with a condition that things move forward. Do not wait it out with a man who is showing doubts about his future with you. The very man that wastens the youthful years of your stepping stone woman will be the same man who marries a woman he considers his mountain. Ensure that a man is aware of your desire for a marriage first and foremost, then apply pressure of you think he may be stalling or undecided. Do not let men, especially one you have been highly supportive of for a long time, use you and waste your time. What an interesting advice and what an interesting perspective, guys. This is very interesting. I would say suggestion here, because yes, I believe that I have seen a lot of guys who do this. They will pretend that a woman is and then leave her. This happens, unfortunately. I think there is I believe 2 years of dating, it's enough time to propose. But honestly, I just read some, how to say, some statistic or how long it's necessary for a guy to decide if he want to marry a woman. And the correct answer is 6 months. Guys usually know within 6 months if they want to marry you or not. I don't believe in this first look marriage and I saw her and I want to marry her. No. But some American guys will try to do this kind of a weird proposals. What do you guys think about the stepping stone and the mountain? Do you agree? Write me a comment below. Thank you for being here. Bye bye.